What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the JTW Sports Show. It is Thursday. It's been a little weird week. The NFL season was a little weird this weekend. There's a lot of delayed, postponed games from Sunday, and so we had to scoot back just a day to get our power rankings out. But today is the day for our Week 16 power rankings. TJ, I'm gonna let you take it away, buddy.
It's been interesting. Across 10 days, 8 of those days have NFL football. And that's including this upcoming weekend. That's crazy to think about that there's 8 days of consecutive pro football, but that also means there's a lot of change-ups. I mean, teams are losing left and right, teams that shouldn't be losing. I know this is a power rankings, but I figured I could just say it real quick. It was announced today. The Saints are starting a rookie quarterback this week.
Ian Book.
So with that being said, I'm going to go into my power rankings. So last week I had Green Bay, the Patriots, the Cardinals, the Bucs, and the Chiefs. Jonathan Taylor is a dude, to say the least. So I'm going to start from 5 and go up to 1.
We're switching it up, huh?
I am going to switch it up on us a little bit. So at 5, I am going to keep the Patriots in the top 5. I think the Patriots are number 5 right now. They showed some struggles, but they came back towards the end. At number 4, I'm going to keep the Bucs there. This was Brady's first shutout, yes, but I don't think that's what they're capable of. I think we've said it all along. They're still a very, very good team. They're just trying to make it to the playoffs, which they can easily do.
Just lose Chris Godwin though.
That does hurt. That does hurt.
So but they signed Le'Veon Bell, so they're about to be.
Oh my God!
His
what, 6th team in the last 5 weeks? Good Lord.
So at number 3, 2 and 3, I'm gonna have 2 teams that I've yet to have in my top 3 for a while. So at number 3, I am gonna put back the Los Angeles Rams back into the top 5. They've played 2 back-to-back solid weeks of football. Shout out to Cooper Kupp for, breaking the franchise single season reception record. At number 2, as much as it pains me to say this, I am going to put the Kansas City Chiefs at number 2. They are the top AFC team, even though the AFC is wide open for the playoffs. And I think anybody can agree on that. But then at number 1 is still consistently the team it has been, and that is Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
I like the list. I'm glad you put the Rams in there, and I'm glad you dropped the Patriots from 2 to.
Listen, I had to go a little outlandish last week, and then Jonathan Taylor decided, you know what, I'm gonna run a 67-yard touchdown to ice the game. Yeah, and that's exactly. I thought they were gonna go to OT. I was like, this is gonna go to OT. Mac Jones is gonna win, and I'm not gonna look like an idiot. And as I was saying that, Jonathan Taylor takes off for 67 yards. I was like, well, there goes that.
Yeah, I think it's pretty safe to say that Jonathan Taylor is probably the front runner for MVP, either him or Tom Brady. But yeah, dude, it's been weird. He broke that thing. I was kind of pissed. I was playing against him in fantasy, but yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and go next with my top 5. I guess I'll keep it from 5 to 1 since you did the same thing. But last week I had from 5 to 1. I had the Rams at 5. I had the Chiefs at 4. The Cardinals at 3, the Bucs at 2, and the Packers at 1. And this week, it's so weird. There's a lot of change. And I'm taking the Cardinals completely out. Yeah,
dude, they look team in the NFL.
Exactly. The Lions.
Not anymore. It's the Jacksonville
Jags now. Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
But Kyler Murray, he's just not been Kyler Murray. Obviously, the loss of DeAndre Hopkins. I mean, he wasn't playing earlier in the season too, but it's still a big loss. But yeah, so
he's coming back from injury. He has not played the same.
They look better without him than they have with him.
Honestly, and that's crazy to say. Colt McCoy is a real MVP.
Facts.
But at 5, man, it's tough. This one's really tough. But I'm gonna put the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 5. I think, they're still a solid team. He obviously didn't play great. The loss of Leonard Fournette and Chris Godwin and Mike Evans that game. You lose 3 of your top players on offense. Like they were set up for failure. Sean Payton wasn't coaching. and I thought that the Bucs were going to take off on that. But their interim head coach had a great plan. He's their defensive coordinator. He played fantastic. He coached fantastic. He did exactly what it needed to do. And
defensively, they played fantastic.
Exactly.
Offensively, that was awful.
And the Saints have a track record of doing this to Tom Brady at least. So yeah, I'm gonna keep the Buccaneers at 5, and then I'm gonna go Cowboys at 4. Dallas Cowboys. I still like this team. I think it's such an explosive team. You got a bunch of young talent.
They play the Giants.
They play the Giants. Yeah, look, dude, they're still 10-4. They have a good record. They're an explosive team. You got a backfield duo, one of the best in the league. I like them. I like them at 4. My number 3, you see, I kind of struggle with this one, but I'm putting the Los Angeles Rams. I'm putting them at 3. I think they're solid. Cooper Kupp, he is about, I think it's like just over 300 something yards until he breaks Calvin Johnson's record. And it's crazy how Matthew Stafford would have been a part of both of those records. Anyways, Cooper Kupp's great. The offense is great. Matt Stafford's playing good. Defense is great. Von Miller had his first sack. That's pretty cool. They're solid. And then number 2, I got to put the Kansas City Chiefs. I think it's kind of a solid number 1 and 2 duo with the Packers and Chiefs there. But yeah, I think it's 7 consecutive wins. They're playing great. Mahomes is back. Travis Kelce's proven that he week in, week out, that he's the top tight end in the league. It's kind of debatable with George Kittle, but
I don't think it's debatable at all.
Really?
Personally, but
I think it's a lot closer than people think it is.
Yeah.
Kittle's great.
Also, there's somewhat two different types of tight ends.
Yeah.
I mean, I think honestly, if you switch their roles, I think that they wouldn't be able to do each other's roles on their respective teams. But I think Kelce could do Kittle's role better than Kittle could do Kelce's role.
See, that's where I disagree, because I think Travis Kelce is a more polished tight end. His technique and everything about that is better. But I think that George Kittle is a lot better in the run game, and athleticism. He's a little bit more athletic, but it's not far off. But yeah, Chiefs are looking great. They're looking like Super Bowl contenders, and the likely team they would play is the Packers. Aaron Rodgers playing great. He's playing like an MVP. The Packers are fantastic. They're fun to watch. They're the most complete team. We've said that all year. So
Aaron's playing like Aaron.
I would love to see the Chiefs versus the Packers. I feel like that'd be a shootout.
It'd be a shootout, yes, but I don't want to see the Chiefs in the Super Bowl for the 3rd year in a row.
Hey, it's gonna be the Bucs still though. The Buccaneers are gonna make it.
All right, we'll see. So I like y'all
sticking to that.
I like y'all's top 5s. Me, last week I had Green Bay at 1, Tampa at 2. I had the Patriots at 3, the Chiefs at 4, and I had the Cardinals at 5. The Cardinals, like we said, after that loss, they're done. They're not done, but they're out of the top 5. I still think it's combined with injuries, and it's still too early for them. They're still a relatively young team in spots where they're not ready for that championship run yet. So I'm going to start at 1. I know that y'all started at 5, just because I'm still debating on my 4 and 5 as I'm gathering.
So you're going to go down, and then once you get there, finally make up your mind.
Yeah. Because I've listened to what y'all said, and I've had some of the same teams in those spots. But at number 1, obviously, is the Green Bay Packers. We all know
I think that's a universal thing, though. Everybody knows the Green Bay Packers are the best team in the league right now.
Yeah. At number 2, I am moving the Kansas City Chiefs up to number 2. They've won what?
7 in a row.
7 their last 8 or what? Something like that.
Yeah, something like
that. They're just clicking on all cylinders right now. If Mahomes got his groove, their defense is getting healthy, starting to play better. I think they're easily, as of right now, you could say they're probably the second best team in the league. Now that's where it gets tricky. At number 3, I'm gonna have a team that I didn't have in last week, and I'm putting them in. Is the Los Angeles Rams. Like Jimmy said, Von Miller, he's starting to figure it out. I just think their offense they hit that rough patch in the middle of the season, then they lost Robert Woods, but now
they're getting hot at the right time.
Odell's starting to pick it up. Van Jefferson's been playing good. One thing that has and will hurt them a little bit is Darrell Henderson. He's not 100% healthy. But I think they could.
But Sony Michel's been solid, though.
Yeah, I think they could still win with a combination of him and Sony Michel plus Matthew Stafford and the receivers. Obviously Cooper Kupp, like we talked about. And then at number 4, this is where it gets interesting. At number 4, I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I wanted to put them at 5 and put another team ahead of them, but just because I feel like that loss to the Saints was such a bad loss without their head coach.
It's Brady's first shutout.
Yeah. So I'm going to put Tampa Bay at number 4. Now this number 5, I'm not too confident with this. I'm going to throw them in there just because of how they've looked and all
Have
that.
You and I reversed roles, Will. Are you about to say some outlandish shit that normally I say?
What? No. I'm not that dumb. But I'm going to put the Dallas Cowboys in at 5. I hate doing that. But Dallas, they
beat the Giants.
No, I understand that,
but they won.
Jake Fromm and Mike Glennon as their quarterbacks.
I mean, look, I understand.
Mike Glennon's been in the league since the start.
Bro, it'd be different if they lost. Like they still won.
So I mean, they lost back to back to the Chiefs and the Raiders and that was on Thanksgiving. And since then, I mean, they've won 3 in a row. They have played the Saints, the Washington football team, and the Giants, who, I mean, those aren't 3 great opponents, but at this point in the season, I feel like they're a better team than some of the other teams below them because they're more balanced. Like Jimmy said, they have one of the best backfields in the league.
They will not win a Super Bowl with Dak Prescott as their quarterback.
I don't think
if he plays how he plays right now. If he played, this would be a different conversation if he'd be playing right now how he played at the beginning of the season. But because of how he's been playing these past couple weeks, they will not win a Super Bowl with Dak Prescott as their quarterback.
No, I don't think they're Super Bowl contenders, but as of right now, I think they're looking better than the Cardinals. I think they're looking better than New England to an extent. New England's looked a little iffy the last couple weeks. And then Tennessee, you never know about Tennessee because they're not healthy. But other than that, they're better than all the other teams in the league.
I agree. I like the Cowboys.
And it pains me to say that. But.
Oh, I mean, I think everybody that's not a Cowboys fan absolutely hates the Cowboys.
Yeah, it's like the Yankees. Like everybody hates the Yankees unless you're a Yankees fan.
I actually disagree, TJ. I think that they will win a Super Bowl with Dak Prescott as their starting quarterback.
I don't think
you didn't listen to what I was saying then.
You said they will not win a Super Bowl.
They will not win a Super Bowl with Dak Prescott if he continues to play how he is playing right now. That is what I said.
Okay, and you can say the Bucs won't win a Super Bowl if Tom Brady played the way he played. I think they will win a Super Bowl with Dak Prescott.
I disagree.
I don't see that.
I don't see them winning a Super Bowl with Dak.
Okay.
All right. We have one game tonight and 2 games on Saturday. Real quick, who y'all got? 49ers or Titans?
49ers.
Yeah, I think the 49ers are hot. Honestly, the Falcons kind of blew their game against them. They had a lot of opportunities, but the 49ers, they came really clutch in their red zone defense. And I think because of that, they'll be able to stop the Titans. And now that A.J. Brown's back, it's a little closer of a matchup, but yeah, it's still the 49ers.
And then Saturday, we got Browns and Packers. I think we're all going Packers on that one.
Yeah.
And then the Colts and Cardinals. I think I'm gonna go Cardinals.
Colts.
I'm gonna go Cardinals.
I'm gonna go Colts. I think Jonathan Taylor's gonna beat them.
I think the Lions exposed a lot about the Cardinals.
The Cardinals played bad in that, like really bad. 30-12 to the Lions.
Yeah, but you also got to remember the Colts are good at one thing, and that's controlling the ball and controlling the clock.
All I'm saying is the Cardinals will win that game if they realize that James Conner should be the feature back. I understand that at the beginning of the season, Chase Edmonds was a starter. James Conner was his backup and came in and goal line and short yardage situations. But while Chase Edmonds was out, James Conner was one of the best running backs in the league as far as production, touchdowns.
Yeah. It's Pro Bowl.
What? And so
I think the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, and he leads. I'm pretty sure he leads the league in rushing touchdowns.
Yeah.
Or he's second behind.
Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor, sorry. But I think he's been a arguably top 5 running back this season. If you look at his overall stats as compared to the yards and touchdowns, and then they bring Chase Edmonds back, who hasn't played in 4 or 5 weeks, and then he's all of a sudden getting more carries than James Conner, and they lose to the worst team in the league.
And it's not like they lost by
by a last second field goal
or something. They were down 27-0.
Yeah, they got blown out.
Well, it's going to be an interesting week. I'm excited to see what happens, and
almost playoff.
I just want to see good football. man. I just want to see an exciting end for the playoff run. But hey, this is an exciting episode. This is fun. I hope you guys like, comment, subscribe down below, and we'll see you in the next one. See you guys.